Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Be Connected session. I'm with you as always, your host. I'm Emily, and I work at the City of Marion Libraries. Today, we are discovering your free online library. This is everything you can access with our online databases, with our catalogue, everything you can jump online with and give it a go. There's lots to explore, so let's get started. Got my little cat today. He's very sweet. Excellent. Okay. What we'll look at today we're starting off with the Be Connected website, as we always do. We'll ask what you can access with your library card and what you get out of having a Marion Library membership, as well as just an SA Public Libraries membership. We'll look at unlocking free learning resources and free ebooks and magazines as well. The ebooks and magazines I'll kind of skim over because we're talking about, again, that's Libby and RB Digital, and we'll talk about those next week in depth. And then we'll pause for questions at the end if we have any. Excellent. Okay. So Be Connected, getting everyone online, everyone building up their digital skills, no matter if they're a beginner, an expert, just want to learn something new. Be Connected is there for you. It has an expansive topic collection everywhere from beginner courses to advanced level stuff, very easy to use, and you can sign up to keep track of your training. So if you like to tick boxes and know what you've completed, that's a great way to do it. So that's Be Connected. I'll quickly show you on my screen. Be Connected, easy to look up online. Just type into Google Be Connected and you'll find it there. It's the first one. It'll be an Australian government website. And from there, you can scroll down and look into the topic library. Everything I talk about in these sessions is built up from the Be Connected library. Today's getting a little more expanded beyond that because this is very much library accessed resources, which they don't necessarily talk about, but they do talk about searching and discovering and finding information and researching online and how to do that. So that's where we're building off of. So let's jump back to our PowerPoint slide. There it is. And let's ask ourselves, what can you access with your library card? So your library card grants you access to a wide range of free online resources that can help you learn a language, find a new book to read, all these wonderful things, answer a homework question even, learn some new computing skills, which is kind of what we're here for as well. So I'll show you in just a second what all those programs are, how to access them, where to find them. But you can access them from your PC at home or your even on your phone or tablet or your laptop, or you can visit during a library. You can use it during a library visit. That's it. We've got all this available on our computers as well. So if you find that this sounds great, maybe your connection at home isn't as good, or you need some help with knowing your library card PIN number and your library card number for that matter, if you don't have it with you, come in and visit us and we'll let you know what it is. We're very happy to help. All these resources that I will show you in a second are totally free. You get them through having a library card with the City of Marion Libraries. We pay all the subscriptions, all the membership fees required. That's just part of what libraries do. And we'll let you know that some library groups have more available online than others, or different programs or alternatives. Something like Canopy, which I'll talk about very briefly, is accessed through only a few libraries in the state. They pay for it, but if you have a membership with them, you get it for free. If you find that you're not with City of Marion Libraries and you really want to have access to Canopy, just come let us know that you'd like to make us your library that you visit the most, just the home library. This just means that your card is classified as a City of Marion library card, and then you get access to all of these resources. So if you find that you're missing out on these because you're with a different library, you're welcome to just, switch over and jump ship, if you will. Even if only temporarily, you can always change it back. That's okay with us. Okie doke, let's continue through. So how to access these library resources, and I'll go through the actual webpage in just a tick as well. But what you need to start off with is your library card number and your PIN number. With your Marion Library membership, it's going to be your date of birth and 8 numbers. So day, month, year with the 19 or the 2000 of the year, depending on how old you are. You also just need to get on with a computer or a smartphone. This catalogue is available through the website and you'll be able to find it pretty easily. The way to do so is just to look up City of Marion to get onto our council webpage. And on the front page, we have library catalogue listed. So you just click on library catalogue and there we go. That's where it turns up. And then you just have to scroll down to view resources. The way to log on when you're in the catalogue is in this top corner that we've got a circle around here. it has my account or new items, or you can also click not a library member register here to get a temporary library membership if you've not signed up before. And that way you can get access to online resources right away. You won't have to wait that long. Once you've signed up online as a new person, just come into a library and we'll give you a physical card. We'll just finish up your membership, checking birthdays and things like that and details, make sure they're all inputted correctly. And then we give you a nice card and that's got your X0 number on the back. Excellent. So let's have a look at where you need to look when signing up. So same thing, when you click login, it's going to ask for your username and password. Got my nice arrows here. So barcode being the X0 number on the back of the card and your password once again being a PIN. So we call it a PIN or a password. It's going to be that 8 numbers total as we've got it here. Date, month, yeah. Yeah, 4 years. Excellent. So let's have a look at what you can access with your library card. This is a nice big page of lots of different things, and I've categorized them. So if I were to go with the first one, which is adult learning, we've got lynda.com, transparent languages, road to IELTS, and be connected stars. That's us. And I'll talk about these as we go through them as well, but these are definitely for adult learning, learning a language, learning English, learning online skills again, digital literacy related things, that's us. Next will be researching. It's going to be things like Britannica Library, ImageQuest, as well as Ancestry and Studiosity. All of these are wonderful research tools. Studiosity is definitely more for students. So if you've got someone in your life that is currently studying, either in primary school, high school, and I believe they do early university help, you can actually get access to a real life tutor that will give feedback on essays or tests and things like that. Or you can ask a specific question in a topic, on a subject, I should say, and they'll be able to get back to you. I think I looked at it today, it said a response will get back to you within 4 to 6 hours. So I believe that was for full reading of an essay. They had time to do that. I believe you get 10 uses of that each. I think it's each year. It's not that much, but there are lots of other tools on there. We'll talk about that in a bit again. Ancestry Library. Ancestry, like many other genealogy and historical tools for finding your family history. They are very expensive, so to have a free version is excellent that you can get through your library. So if you're very deep into doing family research right now, this is very helpful. And Britannica Library and ImageQuest, both from Britannica, are an Australian company, Australian group doing sort of, how do you refer to it? It's source-based. It's you can use it as it's a bit like Wikipedia. You can use it to cite things, though you wouldn't actually use Wikipedia. Britannica is much more stable and reliable. So if you're doing research and need to cite something or leave references at the end of your essay, for example, or as you're working through an essay, Britannica is somewhere you can reference, and it's got some beautifully plain and clear descriptors and articles about just about anything you can look up. And we'll look at that in a tick. We'll look at all of these in a second. I've got them all loaded up, but I won't go too deep as I am now. I'll slow down. So books and film. As a library, we have lots in regards to this. Canopy for film, stream movies online. Press Reader for accessing digital magazines. Who Else Writes Like? Figuring out who your next author is going to be. Who's Next, which is a guide for children's authors specifically. And Good Reading online, the hub for book lovers. Essentially, it's the Good Reading magazine. You get to view it for free, as well as having a community spot where people can chat. It's quite cool. And then for kids, we've got Storybox, as well as Spy Now and PK Mag. PK Mag and Spy Now are very similar publications. I don't believe we currently have them in print. We haven't got the physical copies like we do have Good Reading, but you can view them all for free and they're great fun. Something like PK Mag, kids can send in reviews of books and they get put in the magazine. It's very fun. Storybox Library in the yellow on the left there. Very cool. I'm very excited to show you this one. This is sort of a newer pickup we've had in the past few months. It's essentially online storytelling, and it's done very well by professionals and comedians and people in the media. They'll read a story in an entertaining way, and it's all interspersed with close-ups of the book, illustrations, sometimes animation comes into it, fun voices. It's really, really fun. So if you're missing something like a play school vibe, you're going to be getting it with Storybox Library. Okay, I believe this is where I jump over to our... There we go. That's our catalog there. Fabulous. So this is where you'll be able to find all of our databases. You just have to scroll down, and there they are. Now you don't have to log in right away. Each web page, as you open it, will ask for your library card number at the least, and then they'll also ask for a PIN. Not all of them have asked for a PIN for me. They just ask for your library card number. But you can log in here just to access your library account as well, but you'll likely still have to log in each time when you open these. So what I've done, and I've got them all in different tabs here. Let me just hover over these so you can kind of view them. Let's check out each one and give a very brief overview, kind of explore why it's special and why it's interesting. So we've got lynda.com here first. Lynda is brilliant. It's a series of essentially videos that explain a topic. It's a full course, it's training. They come with extra resources that you can print off or fill out, or quizzes. And they all come up with new things each week. There's so many. So we've got 2 days ago where all these were published. You can tell. You can see what level of skill you require or how much work you're going to have to put into it. So something that's intermediate is likely to have be a bit more, not overwhelming, but there's going to be a lot more to take in. And then it also gives you the time for the course. Each course is broken up into a series of videos. Sometimes I'll pop in some text that you need to read in order to understand the next part. But they're all they're fairly entertaining. It is self-guided study, so you can take it on as quickly or as slowly as you like, and you just get through it and you'll learn a new skill. So it's definitely everything that you can think of, at least I can. A lot of these I go, oh, that's interesting, I'd like to try that. But you can jump into specific topics. So learning paths up here. So say you want to learn about digital illustration, learn about specific skills you require, or how to do specific type of art, and yep, using different programs, all of this. And these are all done just short videos. And so let's say if we were to go a course, if we're going to be introducing Illustrator, the 2013 version of Illustrator. Now this is from a long time ago, it was released 2013, so 7 years ago, but I'm sure if you're still using the same programming software, it's going to be up to date, especially if it's something like design skills and design theory. It's going to be all still pretty relevant. But as you can see, it's all broken down into short videos. So you never have to sit down for long before you're able to pause and then, you know, get something else done, or you can come back another day. You also get a transcript. So if you're not one for listening to video, audio, and you prefer just reading, you've got it here as well. You can download video to view it offline, save it for another time. I believe there is a Lynda app, so you can watch it on your phone or tablet device. And then we've got exercise files that will explain how to do it further, especially if you're using a specific program. You can open them in the program and follow along with the instructor. So that's Lynda. It's a lot of fun. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but it is, and you can learn a lot. There's definitely more out here than just very professional skills. You get things like learn how to do photography, and just sort of as a fun sort of path. Yeah, and they've broken them down into audio music. So you can learn how to play piano, for example, here. It's very cool. A lot to see. Very pleased with Lynda. You just need your library card and PIN number with that, and you can get an account. And I don't believe there's a limit on how much you can listen or watch. So there you go. Give Lynda a go. I love it myself. Now let's jump into Canopy. Canopy, again, is a brilliant, I've talked about this before because I love it so much. Canopy is essentially a film streaming service for film, documentaries, all kinds of odd cinema, documentaries, and not European cinema, what do we call it? World cinema is prevalent here. There's lots of stuff you're not going to be seeing on other streaming services. Many that are very popular, like Jasper Jones, definitely Australian films, will pop up here. Yeah, there's just so much to see. The idea though, keep in mind that each month you get 10 credits to spend, meaning that once you unlock a film, you'll have 3 days to view it. After that point, it'll become locked again to you, and then you'll have spent a credit on that one. But you get 10. Most people would find 10 films in a month not overwhelming, but you may find that you have a hard time expending them all. And then you can just jump back in and have a whole fresh set of movies, films, courses. There's so much here. It's wonderful. And then you can watch them all again the next month and have 10 one more time. So that is Canopy. Highly recommend, especially if you're looking to jump into streaming services like Netflix or Disney Plus or Amazon Prime and you've not tried them before. Try Canopy first and just see how much you're using online services like these, watching films, having time for this sort of thing. And if you love it, jump onto another service that isn't free, that you do have to pay for, but give this one a go first. Give it a nice fair go. It's really good and it's free, which, you know, I love. Love a free try of anything. Amazing. Okay, doke. Press Reader. Press Reader is how to view magazines and books, sorry, not books, magazines and newspapers online. I believe there was another category that had been coming up recently, but I can't remember what it might have been. Anyway, they list their publication by either categories. You can list it by country. Pardon me. You can list it by language. So if you're multilingual, you can try a language that you're more familiar with or that you're learning. You can give that a read. I can't close this for some reason. Categories, once again, and you can click on anything that's featured as well. There's no limit to how much you would be able to read. You can open as many pages, many books, magazines as you like. Press Reader has a wonderful app that makes it great for reading on a tablet or on a phone if you're on the go. You can keep up to date with news and other magazines that we don't necessarily have here in the library. Something like, oh, look at all of them, so sweet. So Wildlife, for example, here, it comes up with old back issues as well as the current issue. So September, so it's a very recent publication, only about, 6 days ago. You can click Read Now and just get started right away. So you can change the view, flip pages. Very cool. Lots to see. Oh, so cute. I have to go back and read that one. And not only can it read you magazines, you can read magazines, it can read them back to you using the listen function. Ooh. Ooh. Very cool. Now, I'm sure you couldn't hear that in your screen, but on my headset, I could hear that. Very cool. So it can read it back to you. I love it. Next is Studiosity. Again, this is definitely for more younger students or just students in general, I should say. But you can give writing feedback submissions. You can ask a specific question to a trained teacher they've got online. And you can ask, general quizzes and things. So writing and feedback and Connect Live, it says we have 10 interactions left. So this is what it's telling me for until the end of the year, we have 10 chances to send in an essay and get it reviewed essentially, or have a chat with a person, which I think is fair for a totally free service, especially when they're real people on the other end that are working on this and getting paid for it. So I think that's fair. Each person gets 10 throughout the year, it seems. Either throughout the year or every financial year. It's hard to know. It does just say, oh no, it'd be just regular year. It ends in December. Makes sense. Okie doke. So that is Studiosity. Have a look and maybe recommend it to someone in your life if they are currently studying and maybe need some help. There are a lot of quizzes, questions, topics that they cover that you can learn about and try and see if it is also something you're studying as well. A lot to see. Storybox, this is what I was very excited about. Storybox is, again, it's online storytelling, and they give you, when you have a look, you can see who's reading it, how long it takes, and then you can just click play. You can also look for a book that maybe you'd like read aloud, and we can have, A Walk in the Bush, that's what I was looking for. I love this book. So you can click that one, press go. It's not too difficult, nice and simple. As long as you log in with your library card, you'll get access to all of this. And then there's the video, nice and easy. It's a really cute intro as well. There you go. Amazing. So cute. Anyway, that's just me loving kids' books. Okie doke. So Storybox Library, if you'd love to just watch and listen people read and talk about kids' books, I'm all for that. You're welcome to just to give it a go. Or if you've got someone, again, in your life that would appreciate it, let them know about that one as well. Ancestry Online. Let me just quickly go to my next screen. There you go. Ancestry Online, if you're doing any kind of research online, give this a go. Again, family research, I should say, family history. And you can have it set to Australia to start off with, and then expanding out to larger parts of the world. And yeah, just going back in time and figuring out where your ancestors came from, what they were doing, where they immigrated from, things like that. A lot to see, a lot to do. I'm definitely going to be talking about ancestry in the future because there's a lot to dive into and a lot you don't need to know necessarily, but it's good to know when researching what to look for and what makes it such a large task to take on sometimes, especially if you're looking at your, several generations back. It can get there's a lot of research, a lot of digging deep, I find. I've not mastered it yet, so hopefully through talking about it with all of you, it'll become clear to me. So that's something I'll talk about in the future, but again, totally free with your library card. So currently Ancestry Library Edition is freely available through the internet, not on a library computer. It used to be the case that you had to be in the library, had to be using a library computer to get access to this. But with the current restrictions and with people not being able to move around as much or visit libraries, especially in places like Melbourne, you can get it online as accessible that way. And Ancestry will be, I've not heard them talking about cancelling it so far. It will in the future be only available back on the library computers again. So get in while you can, because I think they renew it each month. And I believe they have renewed it for October. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Okay, so that is ancestry.com. I really like it, lots to see. And you can get pretty deep with it. Let's jump into Britannica Library, like so. Britannica Library is essentially, it's a resource for children and adults. That's us. Trusted information. And they have 3 different levels of intensity. So if we start off with kids, and if I were to look up library, search, we will find it's so lovely and colorful. You'll find a entry up here, just clicking on the blue, much like you would a link. It'll give you a nice intro level of information and skill. So you can see a library is a collection of information. Traditionally, libraries have been places where books, pamphlets, and periodical are housed. So there's lots to read here, all in different formats and wording. Let's just scroll. All broken up into little tidbits. Then you can increase the reading level as you go. So let's do reading level 2. This jumps into teens now. Generally from reading level 1, I should go back. This is in teen version. Generally from the kids version, you can't jump right to the adult version. You have to go from teens then to adult. I think this is just so that kids don't accidentally get the adult version and get all befuddled and fully just overwhelmed and feel like they can't read it, which of course they can certainly go for it. I don't believe that's something they can't do. They should do it. But yeah, you do have to jump through. So reading level 1 being for kids, 2 for teens, and then 3 for adults, all in different varying levels of complexity and highlighting different areas of interest. So from here, they're all very similarly worded. We've just got a little bit more intensity of language as we get into the 3rd level, for example. From here, you can print off the whole page, everything you want to learn, highlight, work with. You can favorite it so that you can come back to it another day. You can also cite it. So if you ever are working on an article or something like that, or an essay, you can use this tool to cite the information that you have referenced, cited, and you can pick a different style in each, nice and easy. APA, Harvard, MLA, there you go. And it'll let you know when the when the information was uploaded and then when you've accessed it, as it normally is the case. Same thing as, translate. I didn't know we could do that. That's very cool. Pick a language and translate it, have it read to you in either English or another language, and increase the font size as well. So Britannica Library is very good. I think that's just my overall go. You'll learn a lot. Cats. And it's all very trusted information, and it's an Australian website. These sort of resources you don't often get as Australian editions, fully Australian. So you're getting all the right spelling, all the correct subject matter. You're not feeling like you're being left out because we're in a different country than the US, for example, that usually has a monopoly over these sort of resources. So it's really nice to get that. You can also search through images. This is very much moving into Britannica image search, videos, and lots more. So this is something you're not sure on. So say the law of physics. Physics. You can learn about it here and get, here we go, law of motion, physics. You can get some trusted information on that and then cite it in an essay or wherever you need to cite it so people know that it has, you know, it's real. So same thing as, so that's Britannica Library. Britannica Image Quest, again, all this you can see through our catalogue. This is specifically for images that you can use yourself in products. They are rights cleared images. I don't know if you can use them as for profit. I'm not sure if that's the case. There is a term for that. I've definitely forgotten it right now. But these are images that you can access and you can use. And they're not rights freed, but rights cleared. So this is a bit more in depth. They have been run through a filter sort of thing, so you know what you're getting is good. And it's a bit better than Google search, for example. So say if I want to learn about, I want to look at, all right, I can't think of anything. So we're going to click on, I don't need blood cells. Let's go back to frogs, as frogs had come up before. And you'll get all these wonderful images, all with a proper citation of what they are. For example, so splendid leaf frog, Rio Madeira poison frog. Very cool. So say if you like the look of this little poison dart frog, give them a click, you'll get the credits. So you know who's used it. And again, the rights for it. So for education use only. Not sure what that's referring to. Education use only. Okay. So I suppose this is the sort of thing that you can't make money off the image, so you can't use it in a commercial or something like that, or to sell shoes. Not that frogs would be used to sell shoes. It's definitely just for an intellectual purpose, I suppose. But I love that you can cite it. That's very good. You can pop that in an essay, same thing. If you ever need to pop images in there, pop the little citation under the picture, and you're good to go. Oh, and they give you information about it. Well, I'm impressed. Consider me impressed. Yep. I mean, it describes what it's doing. That's very cool with me. All right. So yeah, more information than what you're just going to get on a regular Google image search. There we go. It gives you location and everything. Wow. I'm just very impressed. Okay, that is Britannica Image Quest. Let's keep going. I'm now looking into, that's okay, Road to Islets, which it won't let me in. That's okay. I put my password in. I'll do it on a different page. Here we go. I'm all in. So if you're studying for the IELTS test, just seeing if IELTS has test in it. I'm saying test twice. Anyway, if you're studying for IELTS, this is the place to go. You can listen, read, speak back to something, write it down, all these kind of comprehension tasks and practice. It's a great place to do it, especially since we have so many books at the library that are constantly being borrowed and returned. It always feels like we don't have as many as we always do. So it's great to send people to this website so they can kind of get their head around it and a better understanding of what they need to know. It's a lot of fun, I find. I'm having fun just skimming through all of these. There's lots to see. And I find that it's a little more, it's a nice interactive version of what you get in the books. So people always jump on the books first, but I always let them know that this is here as well. This is very good. So that is the Road to IELTS. I believe I had languages online, and I've not been able to open it. And I don't know why. It may just be my browser or something like that. So I might have to skim over that one today. But very cool place to learn a language. Who else writes like? You've just finished reading your favorite author series and you don't know who to read next. So let's say I've just finished, that's not it. I've just finished reading a book by, wow, they have got them by alphabetical order. Now we have a book version of this. It's quite cool. You flip through, open up a page, find your author and it goes, right, it's like this person, see this page, and you jump to the next page. And they let you know what series they've written, things like that. Let's have a look at the features they've got here. Useful books. This will be their books, I'm sure. Must read class. Oh no, this is very helpful. Oh, a reader's advisory guide to mystery. Might actually get some of these for the library. This sounds very good. Okay, so let's say we love J.K. Rowling. Oops, with an M. Did you mean J.K. Rowling? Nope, didn't work. Oops. There you go. We'll see if that works. It didn't. Oh, I have to log in, of course. 1 second. Let me just pop my screen back here while I input all my passwords and things. Here we go. I'll let you admire those. Have a look at the ones we've seen. Look at the ones I've missed for some reason. Look at the ones we are yet to explore. Oh, I had logged in before. It just logged me out because I had spent too much time not using it. That makes sense. Okay, I think this is logging in. I think. I'll bring you back over. Here we go. I don't know why I can't think of anyone other than J.K. Rowling right now. Who am I reading? I can't remember his name. It's Polish. Okay, beautiful. So now that we're properly logged in, it's got City of Marion as a nice username here. J.K. Rowling with an N. Let's give that a go. Who else writes Harry Potter fantasy? There you go. And it brings in all these other authors. So say I like the sound of Patrick Rothfuss. I know a book he's done. I know a book he's done. It even brings up a website. That's quite cool. And then it brings up other authors that write in a similar fashion, and you can start from there. So if you find that you love a writing style of a particular author and you want to know a bit more, there you go. You'll find the next person to read about. Very cool. They have a star rating. That seems weird. Do I give it the star rating? Oh, from Book Awards. Weird. Okay. This is cool. And then you can, of course, filter them by who's made audiobooks, who makes children's books, things like that. And if you're very specifically looking for children's authors, for your kids, family members, just for curiosity's sake, maybe because you loved Anne Adney at some point and you want to learn more about other authors, you can find them here. So it's a great reference material tool that I like to show people. You learn a lot very quickly, and it's helpful when someone like me hasn't read everything. Not yet, I'll get around to it. Then this is a great spot to get better references to other works. So that is who's next and who writes like. Let's jump into good reading related material. So good reading, we've got PK Mag as well as Spine Out. Both are aimed at children for PK Mag, and then teens and upward young adult sort of range for Spine Out. So these are essentially the publications that they do have a physical publication somewhere. We don't have it at the library, but they give out the digital for free, and you can read about new upcoming authors, books releasing, what's cool, what teens are into, things like that. There's a lot to see. Ooh, it's nice. So essentially just as if you were reading a magazine in digital form. So back on Press Reader, for example, Life on Earth Before Humans. So cool. Your poetry. I want to go here. Coolest part about digital magazines is that you can just click on a bit of a page and go, I want to read that article, and then it'll open for you. There you go. We've got some poetry from Editry. Thank you. Zoom more often space. Come meet the planets. Let me tell you their names. Cute. Oh, I love that. So yeah, the coolest thing about PK Mag is that kids can submit to it their own reviews, things like that. Cool. 100 classic stories. Poetry. Ooh. Wow. Well done, Ruby. So cool. Anyway, I'm just getting distracted now. Those are all I think I have to show you today. So I think we've gone through all of them, save for Good Reading, which we have as a magazine anyway, very similar to these two. And then it was Transparent Languages. I have to look into why that wasn't working for me. But it's a nice resource to learn a language, French, Spanish, whatever you're learning, you can find it there. Okay, and I think the only thing I had to show next, oops, I didn't miss a page, did I? That worked. Is just seeing how else your library is online. We have several events, programs that happen, including Library Through the Lens, which are free online programs through Zoom. They are coming back. Our normal programming is resuming as normal very soon. Restrictions in place and everything like that, proper safety kept. But yeah, coming back in, we've got a author talk tomorrow, I believe. That's very exciting. And we've also got Bricks and Bytes, our weekly Kids Lego Science Technology show live on Facebook. That'll be going for quite a bit, I think, still. That's very popular, a lot of fun. I don't think we need to stop at any point. So that's going to keep going even as restrictions lift and things get back to normal. And then the Little Library Monsters, curated online activities for children and families. So these are accessible again through the catalogue. I'll show you how. Let me bring it over. Here we go. Back on the catalogue. There we go. So this is back just from City of Marion Library's catalogue. Here it is. What we can look for is on the left-hand panel, we've got a few extra options, including Little Library Monsters. Let's have a look. So here you can bring young ones on to get excited about things, learn about the Premier's Reading Challenge. This is very popular to people who are trying to fill out their list in primary school and early high school. I think you can go all the way through high school reading, Premier's Reading Challenge. You can find out which books are on the list. That's a big question on everyone's lips for the most part. They always ask, which one is on the Premier's Reading Challenge? And I go, most of them. Almost all the books are. They're on there somewhere. So that's a way to find out what new items are on, what's on happening, and the Little Big Book Club, which is a separate website, but it talks about let's leave that for now, what everyone's reading in terms of early literacy and what's popular. It's very cool. We used to have these stickers that would come on our books. I don't think they're on there anymore, but they would be essentially just like, this is for young readers, give this a go, sort of thing. But here you can learn about it and key programs that are on and resources you can take home with you as well. Lots to see. So that is the Little Library Monsters. Let me bring you back over. Da-da-da. And I think that's all I have for you today, everyone. So thank you all for attending. I'll quickly ask if we have any questions. This was very much something like very much going over all that we have to offer. So I'll quickly pause the video for a second and just ask the chat if we have any questions. And if we don't, that's okay. So just give it one moment. So be right back, everyone. Oh, did I pause? Okay, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Let us continue to our final two slides, I believe we are at. Here we go. So staying connected with us. If you'd like to hear more about what's going on with the libraries and what we're doing, jump on our Facebook page and our Instagram. If you use Instagram, we are at City of Marion Libraries on both. You can check out our What's On page on our City of Marion website. We also bring out What's On booklets again. They're back on. Subscribe to our Library Loop newsletter. We post a email out to everyone every month, just telling everyone what we're excited about, what events are coming up, what books we've been reading, things like that. Or you can visit a branch or call us on 8375-6755. That's for the Hallett Cove Library. That's where I am. Come say hello. Yeah, that's all I've got for you today, everyone. So thank you all so much for attending. I will see you in the next one. And until then, happy learning. Bye.